screaming, hold on tight. We live for the slide boys, that's our birthright. Cornbread man's grilling, got the ribs on the pit. The chasers wheeling deals, never gonna quit. Marine standing tall like he owns the whole track. Biscuit boys eating biscuits, got gravy on his back. Dirt report coming at you loud and clear. Talking slide jobs, wrecks, and racing gear. From the high banks to the flip-flop falls, we interview the kings of these southern walls. Slide them sideways, kick up that dust cloud high. Dirt track heroes riding under neon sky. Midnight rider howling, Hot Wheels burning rubber. Desi calling the shots, ain't no other.
All right, we're welcome to the Dirt Report on your Wednesday, Hump Day, Paul.
Hump Day.
Biscuit Boy. We're glad to be here. We're missing the chaser, and y'all pray for him. We're going to have a quick prayer for him. He had an emergency, family emergency. It's not him, but it is a family member, and I don't know if he's going to be able to watch or not, but they had to do some emergency going to the hospital or something. So my understanding, Paul, it's an aunt,
Yes.
mom's sister, who is a member of the show as well.
Right.
And so if you don't mind, Paul, lead us in prayer at this time, and we'll folks just be praying for him, and he'll be back very, very soon. He hates to miss, but he's where he needs to be, taking care of family. And remember, my wife, while you're at it, she's going through some health problems. She's comfortable today, but has had a lot of ups and downs the last few weeks, we'll say. And I appreciate all the really thousands of prayers that have came in from me and her as well. And remember our whole team. Go ahead, Paul. Thank you, brother.
All right. Let's go before the throne of grace. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for this beautiful day. And Lord, I want to lift Lynn up to you, Lord. I want to lift Dean's aunt up to you. And I ask, Father, for both, that you surround them with your angels, that you just comfort them, that you protect them. And Father, that you bring their bodies back into 100% alignment the way that they're supposed to be. Lord, I ask that for Dean's aunt, that you just let the doctor's jaws drop when they see your handiwork. We know that you are the great physician. So we call upon Jehovah Rapha at this point, Lord, to take care, to heal. I was going to say fix, but to heal, Lord, we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. And we'll give you an update when we get it. We will post something, let you know how that has went. We do have a special guest, and we're going to bring them on stage now.
Hey, guys.
Joe Wells, how are you, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're great.
I'm finding a frog here.
Working through the week, but it's good. So,
got my sidekick with me.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
In the house. So thank you for being on the Dirt Report. We've been doing interview series now for many, many months. It's something we'll continue to do. And just know you can always come back and give updates or jump back in.
Yeah,
jump in live with us, man. It's all good. That's what we're here for. So tell us about Brother Wells and a little bit about GB22 Designs. And I'm going to pop up some stuff on the screen real quick.
What makes Joe kick?
The QR code at the top right now we have up is one of the sites that he gave us to list. And
it's on my side, by the way.
Yeah, Biscuit Boy in the green. I changed the color. So that's your GB22 Designs. And we'll throw it up on the screen in a minute while Brother Wells is telling us about himself. Welcome to the program. And again, just tell us a little bit about you, what you do.
Yeah. So my name is Joseph Wells. Guys, thanks again for having me. So I'm in the upswing of becoming a professional motorsports designer. I've worked extensively in the NASCAR world. I've done some stuff in Xfinity, O'Reilly now. A lot more work as well at ARCA. trying to branch out into some things. Also done a local dirt team here in southern West Florida at Hendry County. They also run my designs on their entire fleet of cars. So yeah, GB22 Designs really just kind of started out. I mean, it sounds cheesy unintentionally, but it started out 22 years ago when the first NASCAR Thunder game that I personally got my hands on came out. You know, being a kid, just wanted to work on making my own car, and my favorite thing was always kind of riding around with Tony Stewart in my car and helping him have him as my teammate rather than racing his car. And once I kind of grew up a little bit, got on my own, and found the world of iRacing, that really opened up the doors to a lot. iRacing allowed me to really break into the design world with their trading paints program.
Right.
From there, you can only do so much, and it's one of those things where I was getting good fast, and I was confident in the work that I was doing, and my friends were always asking me, like, you got to list this, you got to post this. And so from there, just kind of went full in, got the whole Adobe suite, and taught myself Illustrator, taught myself Photoshop, all the necessary tools that are something that all graphic design programs for any instance would need.
Yeah.
So worked really hard to train myself on that. It's one of those things where I wish when I was in college, I realized this is something I would have wanted to do in the graphic design space. And so that's kind of how I got started GB22 Designs, and have had.
What were you 3 years old when you got started?
Yeah. So I was born in 97, and I believe it was 02, under 02. So I was probably about like 3 or 4 years old when it came out.
Wow.
I believe it was 02. It wasn't Tony Stewart on the cover. He was 04, I think. But anyway, 02 was the game that I started out with, and I've had every NASCAR game since then. I think one of the cooler things is I have a car now in the video game, so you can go race as Brayton Laster in the Arkham Menard series, and his Mid-Kansas mini splits car, I believe. Casey Arborist green car is available to race on iRacing, or I'm sorry, on the NASCAR 25. So you can run around the track with my design.
That is awesome.
That is so cool, man. Is this that car?
So I did design this car, yes. This is the car that ran this past weekend at Kansas. And then there's another car that I did with Brayton last year. He ran a black Ford Fusion that had green on it. And one of the cool things that we did is we did glow-in-the-dark vinyl. So a lot of the car actually glows in the dark, and he's got a photo of it somewhere sitting on a trailer in a Arkham Menards thing, and it's just glowing green.
That looks glow in the dark green right there.
Surprisingly, that one isn't. That's my buddy. James Agordi. Worked with him pretty closely.
Car.
Yeah. And so he got GB22 Designs in Victory Lane for the first time in a real manner, and God, I was so blessed that he was able to run my logo on his car. I can't say I designed it. It was a green car with a 22 on it, but
right.
It's great to have support like that locally and be able to get my name out there and have them showcase, hey, there's a brand out here that's ready to work with you and kind of meet your expectations.
So
I know that
this is your design as well, right?
Yes, sir. Okay. So if you on those photos and that little that grid, if you click the middle one, that's the full 5-point view of the car that we did for Kansas this past weekend.
That's the car that you did?
Yeah, this past weekend, yes, sir.
Wow.
So now let me ask you this: when you say the design, you wrap the car in gray, and then you did the number and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then do you put the sponsor logos on as well?
Yeah.
You do all of that.
I do. I kind of do like the full 9 yards, at least when I'm working with Brayton when it comes to having an opportunity like this. So, cool thing about this car is actually the silver on it's hand painted. So that's how the car came. And it actually has a lot of red accents and stuff. So,
oh, wow.
What we ended up doing is removing a lot of the accents and replacing them with blue. There should be on the nose of the car, there's a couple racing stripes as well that we added and made blue just to kind of tie into the brand identity with Peerless Pump. Peerless has been a super close sponsor with Brayton for about a couple of years now. I mean, they just had a die cast come out with them that's, I think, getting ready to ship out at the end of the next month. But what I typically do is I'll build out the template. I'll start with a blank car, and from there I know if we're going to wrap the side skirts a certain color, the racing stripes on the hood of the nose or anything like that. And then from there, one of the, cool parts is we'll take exactly what we have here on the screen and we'll send it to Fearless or, Panini's on there or whatever the case may be. And, physically show them like, hey, this is what your car could look like. So if we're trying to, sell a sponsor and pitch the car spot to them, we'll put a whole big logo on the hood and on the sides. The car may never run, but as a customer or sponsor, however you want to look at it, it's really nice to have that visual. So I'll work out of that 5-point. I also work on iRacing if they're looking for a little bit more of a 3D render, and I don't have time to work on the Blender program. So it's really good to do that, put all the sponsors on the car and just kind of showcase them what it could be and what the ROI would be and stuff like that.
So, Joe, let me ask you this. You said you use Illustrator and Photoshop. Do you design through Photoshop and tweak it with Illustrator?
Yeah, it's a back and forth thing. I will say I don't like Illustrator, but it's a necessary.
Yeah, I never did either. Photoshop is amazing.
Yeah, I love Photoshop. It's very intuitive. That's my buddy Dylan Picklesheimer's car. He's actually racing that tonight for an iRacing league. So I'll do Illustrator a lot for, those larger graphics and shapes. If any businesses can send me their logos and they send it to me in a vector file format, happily will, makes my day a lot easier on the Illustrator side of things. But yeah, it's a necessary evil. I'll have Illustrator up here and I got Photoshop down here and then I got like 3 tabs over here and references out the wahoo.
You want to hear something funny?
Yes, sir.
I became a graphic artist in 1984.
Oh, wow.
I was in the printing business.
Okay.
I became a 4-color lithographer.
Okay.
I was a stripper. Now that's not clothes, that's film. But the thing that blew me away, my father told me in 1990, you need to start taking computer classes.
Yeah.
And I said, why? He said, because computers are going to take over the printing industry. And I said, there's no way a computer can do what I do. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only can it do what I did, it does it 100 times better.
and faster.
Exactly.
Yeah, very fast. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I used to cut hairs by hand, on a mask and to pop it out of something. But it's completely changed, brother. Completely changed.
I love that we're getting this side of it because we've not, at this point, we have not actually had anyone. They talk about their car, they talk about the paint scheme, they talk about the wrap, but we've not heard
how does it get done?
And so I appreciate you really opening us up to that. It gives us a whole nother perspective. But some of this we're talking about on the track, but then some of it we're talking about iRacing, which is another area that I've wanted to take the show into and really.
Yeah.
Do you, and I'm just going to ask a couple of questions because I'm ignorant to them, very ignorant. I know that a lot of NASCAR guys have been into iRacing, maybe still be into it. Where would you say right now, is iRacing that big or is it just like a rocket growing versus how do you think it compares to the racetracks and like NASCAR or something? Because I think it's big, but I honestly don't know how big.
It's massive. It's, in my personal opinion, it's the number one way to get your sim racing as a consumer. If you're not, at the Hendrick shop in the Hendrick simulator, it's 9 times out of 10, a lot of those NASCAR drivers, they don't even get that simulator opportunity because of the money that goes into it. Those smaller ARCA guys, I'll be on iRacing heading up to, getting ready to have race weekend happen on race day Saturday. iRacing schedule comes out Monday. I'm on there Tuesday racing an ARCA car, say around Pocono. And I have multiple times ran into multiple ARCA drivers that are running the track that week to prepare. Specifically, I remember last year at Lime Rock, I ended up racing with Butterbean. Butterbean was practicing, and he dog walked us, obviously. But I would say it's massive. It's massive, and it's growing quickly. Even when I got onto the program 4 or 5 years ago, just the daily user number was probably half of what it's at now. I think, like, if I check iRacing right now, it'll tell me how many active users that are currently on the track once it loads here. But before it was only like 5 to maybe 8,000 on track at any given time. Right now, it's telling me I have updates. That's what it's telling me. But regardless,
The way it always works,
yeah, right. Regardless,
Yeah.
it's around like 15 to 18,000, like constantly. In they have big events that happen. Like this weekend is the 24 hours Nürburgring for iRacing. So Friday through Sunday, the users are just going to be pouring into the website, into the
So
program.
this iRacing, that is all done by simulator, right?
Yes, sir. It's a simulator, not a
Simulated
video
race
game.
game.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I like. It really sets itself apart from like games like Gran Turismo. It's a PC. It's subscription based. Can't get it on your Xbox. For the purpose of if you're going to if you're going to buy a PC and you're going to jump through all these hoops, at the end of the day, if you're going to take all that time and effort, it would make sense you should race, appropriately, not like a jerk. If you get
Right.
online like on a PS5 and you're playing Gran Turismo, it's the goal is to make sure you don't finish the race, and that's something. Whereas on iRacing, you will get banned, you will serve a suspension, and you can lose your account.
Oh, wow.
So they
For
take it very
wrecking
seriously.
people and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very
Gotcha.
it's very important to race cleanly. Even the voice chat, if you are a little nefarious in the voice chat and say some colorful commentary, somebody is a little butthurt about it, they'll report you to iRacing, and iRacing will let you know if they're having an issue with you or not. So
Wow.
they
Well,
take
yeah,
it very
and-
serious.
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not even going to say his name, but the NASCAR driver that got banned for a while. I mean, it hurt his whole career. Was that iRacing or was that something else that he was doing?
That was iRacing.
He was iRacing. He said a word he shouldn't have said, and I'm not here to judge the right or the wrong or whatever. I just bring it up as a point of
Right.
news. But he was kicked out of NASCAR itself because of that, which they were doing. That was during the COVID time, right? So they were doing a lot of iRacing anyway because people couldn't get in the stands at certain things. I think that's the reason. He may have always done that, but they were doing a lot of that. It was getting a lot of coverage.
Yeah, COVID was huge for iRacing, especially during I think they called it like not the Creator Series, but the purpose was to bring all those guys in that are supposed to be racing on Sunday, and I think Fox at the time or whatever, they wanted to throw a product up on TV of, hey, if you can't watch them race, like, let's do it for charity, and then or whatever the case was. So he said what he said, and then he lost his ride, lost his contract in NASCAR. Ironically, he came back and performed well, but it was a big thing, and
Wow.
iRacing had to set an example of it. It's something that you see somebody like that, of that stature, of such an important figure in the racing world, say that word. A lot of those kids that are on iRacing, that's what they want to go do. So that's why we try to separate that stuff from the arcade video game world and try to keep it a more professional environment.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to get this straight in my head because I want to do you justice. And so you will do for the cars on the tracks, the cars that are actually on the tracks, as well as come up with these designs for the iRacing as well.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And so you're working in both worlds at the same time, basically.
Yeah, and the iRacing world is what launched me into the real design space in terms of getting my physical cars on the track. So
Wow.
It's one of those things when you do have iRacing, you have the service, you can spend the time, you can spend the hours making the cars or whatnot. But I would even go out on a limb and say I probably spend more time designing and on Photoshop than I do racing on iRacing. And it's not because I don't like iRacing, it's just because I'm busy with commissions. I have an idea in my head that I got to get out.
Sure.
It's in a case like Brayton, where I'm working on a car for him in the real world, I can go quickly throw it up on iRacing to get a visual representation of like what this car's supposed to look like, so he can show his client.
Right.
And then for me, one of my favorite things I really like to do to be able to tie in those two worlds is I put the car into the game that Brayton raced, or that Bobby Arnhart raced, or Blaine Perkins raced, and you can race that exact car in iRacing, and it gets marked as official. So how the verification is, or how it used to be on Twitter or whatnot, it'll get marked saying like, this is the official Brayton Laster car. If you're racing any other one, it's somebody else's fan made car. Like, this is the real one. I believe I have 25 or 24 plus official paint schemes on iRacing, and that's
Wow.
I've had GT3 teams reach out to me and have me put their IMSA cars into the game. So it's cool how the worlds collide and how it got
Yeah.
me to where I'm at right now in the physical space of the world too.
Man, I'm impressed,
That
man.
is amazing, man.
You have at your age to
I'm
have
beyond
all of this.
impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, beyond impressed. I'm speechless, honestly. And for us, I'm an old timer, and I tell people all the time who sometimes when they get older, they get to thinking their generation is the only one that worked hard and did anything. Dude, you're throwing that right back in everybody's face, and you're making it happen at a young age, man.
Love it.
You are building one heck of a business, and you're like a rocket going up. And I'm impressed by that, man. You are an inspiration to all people, all ages, but especially I would think young people. And they're saying, "Hey, he can do that," and you'll inspire others, man. So I know you said in our communication today you're looking to add some contacts, some business.
Yeah.
Would that be in both worlds? Would that be on the real track as well? Because I guess they kind of work together in that. So
absolutely.
Looking to get that out. We're going to try to help promote and push your site out and everything through our socials. That's what we like doing with our show.
Yeah.
And we're all we do is we want to tell the story. We're not looking for money or anything like that. We just want to get somebody's story out. So we're glad and happy to do that. Beyond the show today, the show will be out there. You can take it and share it and use it, and we will help as well. And we definitely want you to come back and see us. So, what is the hardest part of that? Because you have, I mean, this is a creative thing. You getting something that not only you like, most importantly, your customer likes. What is the challenge in that? Just the way different people are different and what they like.
Yeah, every single person's different. You'll get a lot of people that just want something very easy done. Like say, I don't know, like I'll have like iRacing specifically is real world application is you get lucky, not lucky, but you never know when your next race is going to be, right? Like I don't know like for a fact if I'm going to have a NASCAR on track in 2 weeks or not. It's all depends on sponsors, money, logistics, the whole 9 yards. So when it comes to the iRacing side of things, I do get a lot more people reaching out because those are people that's their way to relax. They come home at the end of the day, they want to drive a car with their kid's face on it. Like I can do that for you, So I'll have people come in. They just want something simple, like a black and silver and whatever you want, orange, reddish Dale car. I could knock that out in 20 minutes and change the good wrench to be, whatever font you want it to be. And I can do stuff like that very easily. And those are the guys that, they'll make my day very easy. I get that in. That's a bing, bang, boom. I can get that out the door almost same day if it's,
What do you normally charge to do a car?
Yeah, so for the iRacing, my biggest thing is I like to keep it budget friendly. I see a lot of these people will be out here and they'll leverage the fact that they've worked in the NASCAR world and therefore you owe me a premium because you're running a GB22 Designs car. No. For me, so the longest time I would not charge because I just wanted to get my work out there. I wanted to practice, honing your art. And once I decided that I felt I was at a spot where I should put it on the light and I should be able to profit from it. Once I got to that point, that's when I started charging, and I started out around 20 just to see like for simple stuff, like, come in, I'll give you something really quickly, turn it around. You have a semi-professional looking paint. Now I'm at about the 35 to 40 mark, depending on what it is. If you need spec mapping, which is like if I want the car to be chrome or metallic or satin, whatever it may be, I'll just add an extra $5 because it's just a couple extra steps for me, but it's enough to make your car stand out significantly on the track.
Yeah.
So that's usually an add-on that I'll do in the iRacing world. Because if by keeping it budget friendly, then it's just word of mouth. It's something I feel I'm good at and I can do confidently in a timely manner. So if I put out a good product for $35, $40, that person's either coming back to me. Like one of my best customers right now is Jacob Helmley. He's probably ordered 20 cars, 25 cars off of me.
Wow.
So that repeat business, it means a lot. And the word of mouth that goes around with, hey, he's professional. He keeps it budget friendly. He's not trying to rip you off. And I've really never had an issue when it came to pricing with that. It's
No, at that price, man. I'm
Yeah, that's
honestly
awesome.
surprised, but I applaud you for doing that. And you're right, word of mouth. Once somebody trusts you and they're giving you repeat
Yeah.
business, you now have a basis for a real successful business because it will grow itself as you continue
Mhm.
to network and things through that. Um, do you have, like, I know the people you work with, I'm sure you root for, but did you have a favorite NASCAR driver? Did you
Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick? Well, he's a
Tyler
big
Reddick.
one.
I've been a Tyler Reddick fan since day one. I was at his first win in Road America in 2022 when he was driving the number 8 car. I was at his Homestead win actually when he got the ticket to the Final Four.
Awesome. Yeah.
I was at Daytona this year. I didn't go to the 500. I went to the other events and stuff. And I've actually worked with 2311 briefly at a previous job that I had that was somewhat unrelated. I worked for a golf cart company. I was head of marketing over for a company called Vivid EV. We provided 2311 with their golf carts for the weekend in Homestead. So like I gotta like get really close to Victory Lane, see the whole celebration,
Oh,
and
cool.
Awesome.
and for me, I'm sitting there trying to separate the professionalism from the fandom and make sure that like they don't think I'm just some geeked out kid trying to be Tyler and sell a golf cart.
Hey, we lost.
Yeah, we lost you.
We lost your mic, man.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
This thing's a piece.
I thought
of
it was just me for a minute, and I thought Paul's shaking his head. I was like, okay. Hey, Dean, we wish you could have been here too, man. I know you're missing it, man, but
Yeah.
Chaser set this up, so full shout out to him, but he's watching, so
nice
from the
Appreciate
hospital.
it.
But,
wishing you many prayers, guys.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man, I appreciate that. Describe what's behind you, man. Is this like the vault for you, or is this what?
Yeah, this is it's so I hoard, man. I got so many die casts here, so I mean, give you a brief look of everything that's kind of going on here, and
Oh wow.
bunch of stuff there, bunch of shoes. There's a bunch of more cars over here behind my work setup.
That's
and then
cool,
I got
man.
a whole thing out in the living room of all my autographed Tyler Reddick cars and stuff like that. My grails are out there, and then I got a bunch of this stuff, which I'll use a lot of this stuff as inspiration. If I'm starting to work on a Dale Jr. car, it's all right, pull it off. Like what's the drop shadow look like? What angles am I supposed to be getting? Like what's that one specific B post sponsor? Like I'll sit it on my desk and I'll just work from there. So
That's awesome.
It's a cool resource too.
So what's your favorite one out of all of those? What's your favorite one?
I will go get that for you.
All right.
Okay. That's cool, man.
Yes, it is.
I love seeing somebody's passion, man. And yeah, Dean says everybody has a vault. Even women, they do, because they tend to have their, whether it's ducks or frogs or whatever they have, they have that stuff.
Here we go.
Tyler Reddick, first win, elites. I got it autographed at Daytona actually 2 years ago.
Nice.
So I have that one, and then the color chrome when he won Talladega.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice looking car.
Oh yeah, this car is
that's cool.
Got all the confetti. So this is I'm hunting to get this one autographed. So Tyler, if you see this, let me know.
Yeah,
if you're listening, Tyler.
Yeah, Dean says he loves those. Those are not your vault, D. You just made Dean like, wow.
My bank account's gonna hurt though with Reddick winning all these races.
Yeah,
he has been winning a lot lately.
I got 5 pre-orders ready to ship out whenever they make, so it's gonna hurt my bank account.
Yeah. Do you do anything besides that? Do you do talents to design other things graphically, digitally, things like that?
Yeah, I'll do graphic design stuff. Anything when it's not motorsports related, I don't necessarily post it. But I work with smaller businesses and friends that have businesses. Word of mouth recommendations. I'll make small collateral, whether that be physical deliverables, even just helping like with email blasts and stuff like that to clean up their email formats. Like I'll do anything if it's got like the smallest little bit of design, like there's something I can help you with. And I love working with those smaller businesses because it's just easy to work with them. They're appreciative. They understand what I'm trying to do. I'm understanding what they're trying to do,
Yeah.
and it's a collaborative approach in that sense too.
Man,
That's
you'll
the
be hearing
way.
from us.
Hey, I'd be happy to work with you guys.
We-
I got to get you guys on a car sometime. I'm gonna see if
Oh,
I
I'd
can make
love
that
it.
happen sometime.
No,
Love it.
yeah, man, that'd be so cool.
You know, in my business that we do, we're very similar. We love helping small businesses, families get into a better financial position. I'm a financial professional and I have a
Sure.
financial firm. So if you know anybody that needs any help, getting their portfolio straightened out, get their money where it's working for them, let me know. I'll be happy to help.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And yeah, spread the word around. We don't charge. For our initial sit down, it's complimentary. We sit down and go over everything with you.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love that. I'll definitely
Yeah,
spread the word and
reach
see who
out
I can find.
before you get off here. Let's exchange numbers,
Yeah.
and you can leave that. Dave can capture it. You can type it in somewhere where nobody else gets it.
Yeah, he's got my text. So
Okay.
Joe, explain. You were spotlighted, I guess, by a blog.
Yeah, so this is Trading Paints. Trading Paints is the program that iRacing utilizes for all of their paint schemes. So anytime you're racing any paint scheme, my paint scheme, somebody else's paint scheme, it's hosted on Trading Paints. So they had reached out to me specifically for the February spotlight. That's a car I did for Vivid in the Xfinity series.
Oh wow.
That's probably that and the Bobby car are the two things I'm most proud about. But that's car
an
right
awesome
there,
looking ride.
yeah, that's a special car to me. He actually gave me the B post off of the car as well. He took off the vinyl. I was able to keep it.
Wow.
And
Nice.
actually, you probably see it up there behind the wall. But yeah. So Trading Paints, they reached out to me, wanted to see if it was something I'd be interested in doing an interview. I was honored by all means. I mean, Trading Paints is something I love and I used to post my work, and to be able to put on such a massive platform by them, that's essentially iRacing. It was huge. Very excited about this.
So when you're
Good for
dealing
you.
with a NASCAR team or
Mhm.
any level, whether it's, and they're all connected to NASCAR, obviously, but who are you usually dealing with to make this happen? Like, is it a team of people or is it an individual? How does that work?
I mean, it's definitely a team by team basis. So the 29 Vivid cars. So I was working with Vivid at the time as their head of marketing. And that stemmed from a deal with frontstretch.com. I have a good friend over there, Derek Yoder. If you guys have ever heard of him, he reached out to me and saw that Vivid had. So Vivid, actually, we started doing stuff in the IMSA series with an IMSA team. So I was actually kind of traveling the country for about 2 seasons with that IMSA team in a support role for our company. But it really depends. Like Front Stretch reached out to me because we wanted to be more known in the paddock on the golf cart side of things. That was a monopoly that we thought we could come into.
Yeah.
So he reached out and we were just excited to have some advertising throughout race weekend. We signed a deal with Front Stretch to, on their YouTube videos and stuff, you'd have the Vivid logo. Well, they're very good friends with actually Jeb Burton. Actually the 29 deal started with Jeb Burton, even though it's a Blaine Perkins car, who's now Jeb's teammate. But how that happened is we had a deal with Vivid and Jeb. So I was working very closely with Jeb and another colleague of his named Jake, and about what Vivid could do with them, the kind of deal that we're structuring and putting together. And then we wanted an opportunity to be on track, and there's costs associated with everything. And we had an opportunity where it made sense to work with Blaine, which inevitably was going to be Jeb's teammate, close friend, to get Vivid on the car there. So work closely with them. And then, so work closely with them. That was kind of like a team aspect. There's a couple different departments and heads. When I'm working on smaller stuff, like in the ARCA series, it's just me and Brayden. I'm working with the driver. I'm working, like, he'll hit me at 11:30 at night. He's like, "Hey, I need this logo on the car ASAP if you can do it." I'm like, "Yep, I'm up to the computer. Let's create it." I've called sponsors for him too to try to get them on the car and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's really a case by case basis of whatever the driver is. The deal with Rise Racing, when I did a car for Bobby Arnhart, they had reached out. They had saw a car that I had done previously, which was the Yellow Dale car, which originally was a inspiration that I had from B Lions Designs, and had his original blessing to move forward and make it a little bit more unique to the driver. And that was the car that we came up with. And so that one I worked with the team owner. That was Tim Goulet I worked very closely with on this one.
Nice.
And I didn't even get a chance to talk to Bobby until I got to Daytona. So
Wow.
again, it all changes very, very randomly and drastically, and each team has their own little operation that they have. So
Amazing
That is awesome.
that you have this going on. Do you have merch items that you sell for yourself or for your business or anything like that?
yeah, I'm working on it. So I do have, I have this hoodie on here. It's kind of
I
more of like
like
a
it.
made to order same type of thing. I am working on like a real release of the cars that I've done so far, trying to do uh something where it has my logo small on the chest and on the back. It's got the 5 different real race cars of NASCAR that I've done. With like some sponsors kind of swapped out so that way I don't cross any boundaries. But
Sure.
working on that. This stuff here I have on my head is G Lightning Motors is my iRacing sim team. That's kind of how everything got to be, was through G Lightning. So G Lightning is somewhat a part of GB22. I mean, I have the G Lightning logo built into the GB22 logo just to kind of anytime
What
I
does the
do
G
something.
stand for?
G stands for Green Bay. So,
Okay.
so what had happened is G Lightning Motors is a collaboration between me and one of my best friends named Krishan Elliott.
Right.
I'd met him on iRacing, and we joined a league 4 years ago, and wanted to create a team together. And
Sweet.
at the time, we just took our gamer tags from like our Xbox days, and mine was GB all the way 22, so GB 22 Designs, and his was Lightning Racing. So I said G Lightning, and he was like, "Oh, that kind of flows," and
There you go.
rolled with it. So it's
Oh, that's cool, man.
been going ever since with them, and we're
The rest
about
is
100
history.
people deep, and yeah, we got a really good community building.
Sweet. Good deal.
So, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way? Because they want to design, they want to iRace, or maybe there's a team out there that happens to see this, because we are connected to a lot of race teams and at
Yeah.
different levels, and you just never know. So, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, social media, Facebook is always great. Either GB22 Designs page or my personal, Joe R. Wells. If people need to email me, by all means, it's I can give you out my email. It's joerussellwells@gmail. Definitely always looking to bring on new teams and be able to provide my services. So I'm very flexible too. That's one of the big things I want to make sure that teams know, is that like I am ready to work with you. I will be patient. I will get you what you need. If you hate it 95 times, I'll make sure the 96th time is money. So I try to be very flexible with how I work with those teams. So if they have, if they wanted to figure out WhatsApp, I'll download WhatsApp, whatever it takes to be able to work with
Right,
those
right.
teams. So, but typically social media is usually the best way to get in touch with me. And then from there, we can kind of get more on a personal level, whether it
Yeah.
be phone, stuff like that.
Did you?
Awesome.
You don't have to name who, but did you ever have a design that just frustrated you like that for whatever reason? You just couldn't
Yeah.
hardly get it. Took forever.
Yeah. I will say there is a BMW design that I was working on for a M4 that I hated it. And it was just one of those things, like, you want to like what you're working on, right? And I'll have guys where I can make a design like right away. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Like, I've got every gear turning. Like, and then I had a situation like that where the customer is difficult in the sense of he wanted what he wanted very specifically, and I guess he couldn't see it like through an artist scope per se. They just see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Which that's why they come to me. That's my job, right? They're not supposed to be that guy to make the car, otherwise they would have done it themselves. So
Right.
went back and forth with a couple different designs, and eventually settled on something that he liked. I wasn't a fan of it. That's why I never posted it. And it was even funny. He's like, "Man, why didn't you post my car? Why didn't you post my car?" I was like, "Oh, made up some excuse," but I felt bad. But yeah, it was one of those things where you
Wow.
want to feel comfortable in the work that you're doing, and what
Sure.
I liked, he didn't like, and that's
Yeah.
going to be the necessary evil of all designs.
What is Is AI having any impact in what you do?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure.
it's a love-hate relationship. AI is, I mean, it's very applicable in many different things, right? For people who don't have the time or say the money to want to pay somebody to go out and create a logo or a car or whatnot,
Right.
you can go on Chat GPT and say, I need a logo. And that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You get, if you got what you want and you like it, that's good. What I will hate, I do hate, is when people will create the most intricate, over the top design on Chat GPT for a race car. And then they go, hey, I need you to recreate this. And it's just like, that's not possible. Like, all the graphics that are intricated into this big design is AI generate. Like, I
Yeah.
can't go and make that base to a T. Like, unless it's something simple where you're changing words. If you're making it really intricate, I have to come back and be like, listen, I see your vision. I will get it close. It will not be 100% exactly the image that you sent me. It
Right.
just won't be. And some people understand that, others don't, and that might be a reason for them to walk away. And I'll tell them, I'm like, if you are expecting a one-to-one replica of this, I think you should find a different artist. And that's one of those things where you should be comfortable in turning away work that,
Yeah.
for me, I don't want that to represent my work. I don't want somebody to look at my car and be like, that's AI. Like that doesn't feel good. Like, there's applications for AI if it's like, cleaning up like a little line or something minuscule where it doesn't change the impact of the whole car. Yeah. So it's a love-hate relationship when it comes to AI.
Yeah, a lot of times I will use AI to create a design, but if I've taken that to someone, what I say is exactly what you said. I say, I don't expect you to create this exactly like this. I
Mhm.
just want you to have an idea of what I'm looking for.
And that's always the best. When they come to you with that approach, like, I love working with you because
Ballpark.
you
And
understand the bigger scope.
And I had a guy that reached out to me online. I haven't done any work with him. I've done work with a couple of people that approached me. They were very affordable, and they did some stuff for me. I was trying to help them as well. What I've told them, because one guy, he said, he said he was, I think he was probably been a little defensive because of how people are, and he asked me for specifics, and this is what I tell all artists. I will say, I can't tell you how to do this. What I want you to do is use your gift, your creativity, and show me something that I sit and go, wow, that's it. I don't need to be the designer of the whole thing because I don't have the creative gift. I'm an idea guy. What I would, if I was working with you, I would want you to use your talents that God's given you, your skills, and just show me something, because whatever you're going to show me is going to be awesome. If there's a change or two, which is, it would be rare for me, because usually when someone brings something to you, they're already very proud of it. They like, this is good. I know it's good, or I wouldn't show it to you. Usually I don't change anything. I say, that's good. That's what I want. Thank you. Because again, they have the gift. I don't have it. But I want to, sometimes I'll give them something. Sometimes I just give them an idea. And I did that to this guy. I said, if I had this, because we work with we have Wolf Nation podcasts as well. So we do a lot of work with wolves and woods and those kind of designs.
Of stuff, yeah.
So I will tell them about what I'm looking for, and they'll say, well, what can you give me specifics? And I'll say, no, I don't want to do that. I want you to give me specifics. I want you to give a couple of designs up, and we're going to do business. I've seen your stuff. I have a confidence, and I'll trust you. And the last guy I said that to, he goes, man, I wish everybody was like you.
Oh yeah. You're telling me that's always the best. When they come to you, they already have faith in the work that you haven't even provided them. Those are the guys that it makes me want to go above and beyond. It makes me want to do that, extra touch or whatever the case may be. So having customers like that is rare and a beauty.
Yeah, and then I know there's just some people you can't work with because they never are happy, and there are out there like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not an artist, so I can't make things exactly like people want, and I don't really do it for anybody else. I do it for myself. So I'm my own critic. Either I like it or I don't. And if other people don't like it, okay, it pleases me. Because if you want to go above and beyond,
some people.
Like you. What, Paul?
Some people gripe if you hung them with a new rope. You know
it. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Man, this is so cool. I hope you'll come back, and I know you gotta get out. So we wanted to start winding down around this
I
time.
can go a little over 6. It's all right.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that
Cool.
we do our guest appropriately. What is the design time for you?
Yeah, we want to honor your time.
Yeah. What do you typically? What does it take when you just estimated? Somebody gives you they say, I want you to do some work for me. What is that general time? What's the turnaround time for something like that?
So I'll say when it comes to iRacing side of things, that's where I get more of the commissions. Typically I can get a turnaround time from when somebody initially places an order. Depends how large it is. First off, if we're talking, 5 or 6 cars, I will move them to the front to start working on theirs to kind of meet other deadlines, but make sure that I get them something promised. But typically a week if it's multiple. If it's something where I know I can knock it out quickly, I'll just drop what I'm doing and just knock it out really quick and get it out of the way. When it comes to the NASCAR or anything that's a physical car that's racing with my work on it, immediately it goes to the top of the list. It's a priority. It's something because there's a brand out there that needs the exposure. They need this product. iRacing is for at night when you get done with work and you need to relax or stress out, whatever it be. But so that stuff immediately goes to the top of the ticket, and it varies. So like I'll say with Tim Galley, when I was working with him on Bobby Earnhardt's car, the Dale Earnhardt throwback, we stayed up till about 5 a.m. one night, going back and forth, just tweaking the smallest things. And if you look at the car, I mean, it's a sweet looking car, but it's not super intricate. But it was, making sure the sideline was at the right angle. It was making sure we used Copeland in a good font. It was making sure that, with the Corvette, it's not a Corvette, but we wanted to try to have as many similarities to the Corvette from back then, whether it be the name fonts above the door or just overall application of the car. So that one we worked on for hours and hours and hours. Like I said, it was up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning trying to knock that out and get it ready to get wrapped at the wrap shop in like 2 days. So, but those ones create a sense of urgency, and I'll stay up for 24 hours straight just to make sure it looks good.
Yeah. So you're sending that to them electronically, and then they put that to the big whatever they used to put that on the vinyl or whatever.
Print it out.
Correct. Yeah. So the typically what you provide is a 5-point, something like the 89 car that we did. It's simple enough where we don't necessarily need a big vector file. But yeah, so what we'll do is work on a big 5-point. All the shapes and stuff are typically vectors, so that way the print shop can go through my the 5-point, which is typically at a 1/10 scale. Pull off the layers that they need to print, and then they'll print them accordingly, and then you go on top, add a logo here, add a logo there. So typically provide it in a vector format for the print shop.
Okay. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong, and somebody has watched NASCAR a long time, and I've watched a little iRacing, not a whole lot, but a little bit, but especially NASCAR. I'm not saying it wasn't important in the early days, because I think that any of that would be important. But to me, it looks like this has become such a big issue for all the teams for several reasons. One is the sponsors and making sure that they're prominent, the fonts are good, they're jumping off the car. But I think also marketing. They can sell the cars like the ones behind you, the shirts, the hats, all the stuff that they have, and maybe just to be identifiable on the track. It's easier to spot them as they go around the track. What do you say to that as someone who deals with this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important of having your brand out there. I think you'll agree when I say this. We've seen a stark change in how NASCAR paint schemes are viewed on track. They brought up a great point on, I think it was Denny Hamlin's podcast or something about a week or two ago. They're, what's Jeff Gordon? Rainbow or Flame DuPont. What's Matt Kenseth? DeWalt 17. Mark Martin, Valvoline, or whatever it be. Tony Stewart, Home Depot, Office Depot. Now, I mean, Tyler Reddick has won 5 races in 4 different cars.
That was my next point. They keep changing. Wow.
Yeah. If you did that back then, you don't like I know what sponsors that he drove because I'm like a mega fan. But if I go up to anybody else that likes NASCAR, I mean, like, what car did Tyler drive this past weekend? I don't know, white. Yeah. So there's stuff like that. you have the cars like, Riley Herbst and all those Monster guys where Monster invests
Yeah.
heavily into that relationship. And then that's the only car they'll drive. They are so very, very far few in between. So it's good when it creates the merch. You got people like me that are like lining up at the haulers before the race starts, making sure I get the shirt, the die cast, the hat, whatever the case may be. But, and it's all money, right? It is so expensive. It's so expensive to sponsor a car. You see more consistent sponsors in the ARCA series and maybe the truck series because the costs it takes compared to a cup car are different. So it's another double-edged sword where it's cool for me as a designer. It gives me opportunity where, as a designer, I would love the fact that they said, hey, we want to keep using you for the next 8 weeks. We got 8 different cards. Like, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's brand identity. Like, how do you want to be pictured as a race team?
Right.
Yeah. And I know in some cases, because some sponsors only want to be at certain tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are trying to get major sponsors for everyone. I know this past week, Bubba Wallace was Girls and Boys Town or something like that.
Yep.
Total different paint scheme. You've had Monster, you've had different ones. So somebody's designing all that,
Mm-hmm.
and as it changes. And then there's another, Matchbox car out in the store somewhere because somebody that is following say a Reddick, they're wanting to get like yourself, all those different variations that they have in a given year. 2026, he drove this car at this track and I've got it on the wall. So it is all money and it drives all of that.
They're getting my money. They're getting my money. That's for damn sure.
And this is maybe a little far afield from where we're at, but about what you do, it maybe not. Do you think, what does NASCAR or any racing level need to do to get someone younger liking their sport? Beyond the iRacing, maybe that's a total different answer, but at the tracks, what do you think about that?
To get kids to the tracks, I know you got to get their parents interested to get the kids there, but to get the kids bugging their parents, hey, I want to go to the track. I want to go to the track.
Marketability, I think one team that is the prime example for this is AO Racing and IMSA, the gold or the green and pink dinosaur cars and the purple LMP. When I go to IMSA races, like I say, I've been to the Triple Crown like the last 3 years in a row. So like when I go to IMSA races, it is packed during autograph hour. You have autograph hour. 3 years ago, I could hit every single team in the paddock 4 times over and still have like 20 minutes to like go walk around before the next session starts. Now you can do that for every team but Rexy because the amount of kids it is a 2.5 hour wait. Sometimes people are waiting before the autograph hour even starts to get the chance to see these guys and get their autograph. But if you look at it, it's kid friendly. I'm an adult. I love AO Racing. I love the green Porsche. I love Rexy and Roxy and Spike, and it's great marketing. They create a brand image. They are always the green dinosaur car. Every kid's gonna go, mommy, daddy, like I want the dinosaur shirt, like, and it works. And so
there you go.
They go above and beyond on their marketing to be seen outside of race weekend.
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
It's truly incredible what they do, how quickly they sell out, even though they're producing so much merch compared to other teams. And just being able to market yourselves, like I said, have it be appealing to a kid. There's companies that'll come in that I don't want my kid, idolizing the Monster or the Rockstar Energy car because he needs to be drinking Capri Suns and some milk. So, it's you got to find those sponsors that align with your brand image, that align to the attraction of those children. And I think a lot of the part too is these sponsors, they should be working on getting their name out to those kids, because if it's a popular brand, like, I don't know, we'll take Brayton, for example. If there's people around the Peerless area that see Peerless Pump, I'm going to want to watch it because I know that company and they put it out and I want to support them. So I think doing that's also important.
I think for us, and I'll just bring this back to what we're doing and a little bit, just for a second, because we believe with the Wolf Nation and the Wolves and everything, that's very identifiable. And eventually we would like to see something where there's a little wolf stuff, thing for them to take, and a $5 thing or whatever it is, to
Yeah.
put in their hands as something that we can market, because you can
Some stickers.
Stickers
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that
Oh,
stuff. Because you're right, and there's other teams, they're sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They got to be going, "Wow, look at this!" I mean, we got.
Now, I would love to see the Wolf Nation logo on the front of a car.
Oh man,
You talk about looking awesome. That picture right behind over his shoulder right there
right here
of the
it's
wolf.
blocked a little bit, but
I could send me that and I can render something for you. I'd be happy.
yeah, I will, brother. But that's somewhere where we're really taking everything over the course of time, and we believe it's going to be very big for us, or we wouldn't do it. But we all love it. Everybody that sees it says, "I love that." So we know we've hit on something. We know that it definitely attaches to people for different reasons, but it rolls off the tongue. Wolf Nation. There's no added words. I just think all those things come into play. Let me add this in real quick, and Paul's probably got some questions while we got some time. This is just another thing that I noticed. Some teams, and this doesn't matter what level. Maybe I don't even know the NASCAR at their level. I haven't researched all of them. Some teams do a really good job in social media. Some teams suck.
Yep.
And I think they are blowing it by having sucky social media. You have got to be the cool dude out there on all these platforms, from TikTok or whatever it is. I just believe that you've got to, and it's got to be something quick, something flashy, something they can attach hold of to get their attention. If you're wanting young people, you're going to have to do that. Maybe even adults. That's
something Brayton Laster does phenomenally. If you look at his social media presence, I mean, I believe he's the one of, if not the most followed ARCA driver across the series, across all those platforms. The amount of impressions and views that he generates as an ARCA driver, ARCA's not household names for a lot of NASCAR fans. If you really like NASCAR, sure, you're watching Friday through Sunday, but not everybody is. They just tune in on Sunday.
Yep.
But Brayton does so much marketability that other Cup drivers have come up to him. You're like, "You're the pizza man. Like, can I get a photo of you?" Like, I saw Noah Gragson do it last year. Corey LaJoie also did it. And I think even gave him a shout out for some other stuff, and has actually helped Brayton because he's seen the hard work that Brayton puts in. And
awesome.
When you have a driver like that interacts so heavily on social media with the fans, like right now, you could tweet out at Brayton and there's a very good chance he's going to reply back to you. But if you tweet out to, say a big wig, they might not even see it.
Sure.
So I mean, the social media aspect's huge. And a lot of those teams that, like at the Cup level, where they just, you could tell they have the money and that's all they care about. They don't care about the glitz and the glam and the social media and the marketing. And that's, when they don't do that, it drags them down immensely.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, it does to me, Paul. And I've told two teams recently. I said one question. Let me just add this in. I've told two teams, and I don't want to name them, but I've told them offline. I said, "You guys are killing it on the social media. It's fun. It's out there. You're consistent. You make me laugh." And I said, "I want you to know that." And some of them just need to step their game up. And maybe that's not a strength for some people, but they need to find somebody that, hey, give somebody a job. Some young kids say, "I'll give you a T-shirt. Help me get better at social media."
There was one track put out a video that they had some special seats for people, and it was right in the turn. I mean, they had like a little strip of rope, separating them from the cars coming around.
It gets your attention, it gets your attention. And like you said, I think the connectivity, if you feel like if somebody responds, years ago in the old work, because like I said, I'm old, before Twitter became X, I loved it years ago. I still use it. We use it here. But Twitter early days, it was more people. Like I was talking to people who were rock stars, because a lot of people weren't following that stuff. It was more rock star to rock star. It was more journalist. I mean, big names. And I remember the first time Rudy Sarzo, who played with Randy Rhoads and Ozzy and all these different ones, he's still out there getting it. He's talked to me on social media. And I thought, how cool is this? I know that once you get so big, maybe you just can't do it in a social presence. Right. But you've got to find a way to connect with your audience in some way, even if it's hundreds of thousands of people. And that is a challenge, but I think the more you can do that, adults, even humanity, is so socially connected right now, from the senior citizen down to the very young person. And I never wanted to go kicking and screaming into that stuff. There was a time when I had that attitude. I changed because I saw
Me
where it
too.
was going.
Big time.
I mean, there was a time I said I wasn't going to get a cell phone. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then I thought,
How long did that last? When did you get your first
Could you
cell
imagine
phone?
without no cell phone now?
no, I could not, because you can't pay bills or anything, I think, without having one. Everybody
When
takes
did you
you at work.
What year did you get your first cell phone?
It was mid-90s, dude, believe it or not. And it was the only
Was
reason
it
I got it was I was on call at work, and I said, I got to have a way to get to you. And so I got it. And believe it or not, me and my wife shared that phone. That lasted 6 months. And my wife said, buddy, I want a phone. And we never looked back.
What about you, Joe?
I got my first cell phone. I was in 6th grade, I think. I had a Verizon NV2, and it was a little flip
What year
phone
was
with a
that?
keyboard. Let's see, 5th grade. I had to been. Let's see, I graduated college 2020, high school 2016, so 09, 08.
See, you had one before me.
Really? When
I
did you
did
get
not get a
yours?
cell phone till 2016.
Oh my gosh!
He did it far later
Now,
than
I'll
me.
tell you this, back in 86, I did have a cell phone that you carried around in a suitcase.
one of those big ones.
Literally, it had its own big case you carried that thing around in.
That's cool, man.
No
And I
podcast
had one
on
in
that
a,
one.
I had a couple in a car, that came with the car.
Sure.
Yeah,
But
money bags.
as far as a cell phone, I didn't get one until 2016.
Yeah,
Amazing.
now it's just a daily part of life. You couldn't imagine
Yeah,
without it.
it is.
Oh man, it's all
I
tied
mean,
together.
I keep it with me,
Yeah.
all the time.
Hey Joe, thanks for being with us. It's
Yeah,
just been a
definitely.
blast. We've talked about things we've never talked with others. All of them are different. I'll be in touch with you. I'll send you that, and we're going to be pushing your site and all your socials
Definitely.
and stuff. And I definitely will stay in touch with you, and
Absolutely.
we'll have you back soon. But you have open door, man. You want to come in and
You got something you want to
teach
push?
us about iRacing or something, because we're ignorant. We probably need to know more about that.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely keep in touch. I've enjoyed this immensely, so thank you very much to both of you guys.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
This
Our
has
pleasure.
been a very unique experience, and yeah, I loved this. I would be happy to return anytime I have design stuff getting ready to go out. Would love to share it with you guys.
That'd be
Awesome.
great, man. And thanks for showing us some of your vault. And shout out again to Dean,
Yep.
who couldn't be here. He's watching. Well, I think
Praying
he
for
got
you guys.
off and went back in the hospital, but prayers out.
Praying for you, brother.
Yeah, we love you, Dean. And Daryl, who couldn't be here. And we've got a couple others that they've started jobs, which is a good thing. We're on a little early for them. So there's a big group here, and we're glad to have it. We have a fun team. And
Yeah, we do.
best of luck to you, man. That's exciting stuff. I'm impressed again.
Thank you very much.
Where you're at. I can imagine where you're going to be in 20 years, man. My God.
Hey, hopefully we'll be right there with you,
I
brother.
hope I'm still living.
Yeah, I'll have you guys on the car. Don't worry.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to get out of here. We're going to drop Joe off so we get out of here. Me and Paul will
Joe,
wrap up.
Take
See you,
care,
Joe.
brother.
Oh, sorry. I think I went too quick. That was fun, Paul.
Yeah, it was.
I
Loved it.
so enjoy just these different intricate things that people bring to the story and their story, and I am totally impressed with that. And
what a unique young man.
well,
you
and
know?
the talent that he brings to something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like an engineer putting things together. Schematic
It is.
for a bridge or something, or
It is.
my brain.
You have
don't
to
work
look at things a different way.
Yeah.
I mean, you do. You look at some things in reverse. As far as if it's going to be blue, it's got to be blank first. Or you got to reverse it if you want the letters to come out. The background's got to be a different color. There's just different ways of looking at things.
I just think all the options that he has with the digital part, it's endless, and they keep coming up with new things. I didn't ask him. I imagine there's some things on the horizon with all. I mean, technology jumps so fast. I mean, we were talking about Photoshop and all that, but
the Bible talks about knowledge growing exponentially.
Yeah.
And how rapid that would be in the end days. And think about how rapid it is right now and how rapid it's going to become. Because knowledge is doubling, every 2 weeks now? Something like that.
It's something like that, man. It's absolutely crazy. And nowadays, because of technology, which everybody has to some varying degrees, there may be some government stuff that some don't have.
Right.
That's how come a guy can sit in his basement, so to speak, with a computer and be directing a drone at some intricate spot from here in America, but working for the military or whatever.
Yep.
Those guys and gals, they
gamers.
They grew up gamers, man. They grew up in the video, and they're doing the same thing, but in a different way, which is
at a different level.
Yeah, and you need people like that. It's just the world it is.
Definitely.
You're always going to need, I think, the boots on the ground. But I think you have to have
some aspect. You have to have boots on.
Now
the
ground. It may be robots in the future.
True.
Somebody put this up. This is totally off. I may save it just for Wolf Nation. But I probably will, just because it's going to open up some discussion we probably don't want to have attached at the end of the Dirt Report. But along that line, we'll have to have that discussion. But
right,
folks, this is why we do the Dirt Report. It is to. It is dirt track, but it's also why we do the SOP Racing Hour.
Anything race related, pretty much.
The Dirt Report has become the interview hub for all of these folks, and we hope you're enjoying it. I've had people comment and say how much that they enjoyed this interview or that, or something somebody said.
Right.
And hopefully we can send him some more business.
I
am totally just curious about the iRacing. Because I think that we've got the perfect candidate to have out there.
Well, to do it,
I think Dean is our man.
Yes,
and we could have the Wolf Nation car in iRacing through Dean, and we could be all team owners on this, and we get to go in and watch and critique him on how he races. He's already got a lot of the setup, dude. We just need to encourage him to do that. We need to find a way to get Dean out there in the iRacing with the Wolf Nation design, man.
We need to do that because Joe said he'd help us out. Send it to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to him. Have the sending thing there. How cool would that be? But that Wolf Nation on that car hood, like you said, man,
it'd be awesome.
That is so cool. Well,
I'd love to have the Ascending Group logo blazoned across somewhere on that thing. Maybe the back.
Or the very top of the car, excuse me, or the driver's side. That's a primo spot. A lot of times you see the driver's side before you see anything else.
We could have the big wolf on front, Ascending down the side, have Dirt Report down the back,
and then the Racing Hour, maybe one other
something. Maybe the SPF Racing Hour.
And then have decals with all the Cornbread Man, Biscuit Boy, all that around.
Southern Patriots.
Yeah, Southern Patriots.
Cornbread Nation. Uncle Jeb.
I
gotta get Uncle Jeb and Georgia Bubba on there.
They would definitely be a part of all that. So.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's so
something
cool.
We need to work on, bro.
Yeah. So if you've been watching,
I'd be a fill-in driver for him.
Oh yeah. I'd love to see it. I would love. I'll be.
I guarantee you, I can hammer down on them courses, son.
I'm not joking about this, by the way. This has been on my mind for a little bit anyway. This just kind of stirred the pot a whole lot.
Yeah,
it did.
We need to do it.
I got a feeling we're going to be looking into that for in the very near future.
And that'll be something else that we cover.
Well, Dean has to work sometimes at beyond, so y'all could swap out being the driver of these things,
Well, we got to get some. We got to get a simulator.
Yeah.
I don't have anything like that. I don't even have I don't have a Nintendo. I don't have. I
bet Dean has most of what we're needing. If not, when we give it, if he's listening, if he hears this, his hair's gonna stand up because he'll be like, "Yes, the chaser."
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If we do something like this, I'm gonna have to get a racing chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to get the foot pedals, gear shifter, steering wheel.
Howie sitting beside
get that thing set up, where I can drive it.
Dude, this is a killer thing, man. I love it. We're going to branch out in ways we never even thought about. for a long time, man. It's so cool. Hey, thanks for being with me tonight, man.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I love it. I love it.
I was home today. I had my wife needed me at home, and so I'll be back at work tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I may be back on tonight. See how things go. Most likely, but tomorrow night we have a show, Wolf Nation. Probably do Wolf Nation, and then we're going to do live with Wolf Nation News or Sports. Excuse me. We're going to be going live for the first round of the NFL draft, and Brother Cook's supposed to stop in at some point and talk Cowboys, and we hope others will jump on screen as well.
Awesome.
And talk a little football. So that's the plan. Nothing changes. That's the plan. So looking forward to that.
You want to see something funny?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Oh, that's cool, man.
I have no idea how he got in the house. We were out here on the back porch, doors shut. He must have went around front. And Mama saw him standing at the front door with a ring camera or something. Let him in. Now he's just standing there staring at me.
That is so cool, man. You should take a picture of that and send it to me. Seriously, take a picture, send it to me. We're going to have to put this out on the socials of Howie looking out the window. Well, we'll make up something around it, but I love that. Howie's awesome. But folks, definitely go and give Brother Joe a follow on his social, GB22. And if you want to read that interview, you can use this QR code right here, the Trading Paints blog. Yeah. Just there's your QR code for that. It'll take you right to it's a pretty long article, not too long, but it'll give you good insight to what he's doing. Scan that one, and he sent me that. And then this is his Facebook and for the GB22, and so go give him a follow. Help him out.
Oh, definitely. Hey, hold on a minute. I want to get these two.
Okay. The QR code craze. Bum, bum, bum. Howie's probably thinking, what in the world is he doing? Somebody at work told me they saw the videos of you with Uncle Jeb and Georgia Bubba. They were laughing about that. Yeah. They will be back soon, folks. Soon. We've got some surprises in store.
There you go.
For you.
Howie's on his way to you.
All right. Did you get that one too?
Which one?
That QR code there?
No, I haven't.
That's the article. The other one is his site. So if you want to glance at that article, there's that one for that.
Right.
And then, folks, this is our Substack QR code. We need another handful of free subscribers. We are going to put some things behind the paywall, but you can join for free. We've had it forever, but we're putting it in action. We're going to start going live from and to Substack. We just need a little bit more. Push us over the top.
Yep.
But soon and very soon, you're going to see that and other things as well.
Once again, we are offering that for free for now.
Yeah, there'll be some things going there. There'll always be some things on there that's free, but there's going to be programming there that's going to be behind the paywall. And we're talking $5 a month. So, or you can pay by the year and get it cheaper. You'll get a big discount. So, just helps us to put more money into the podcast, radio, and TV. And yes, we're working on that too. So, we already have a name reserved. We're working on it, but we got get some technical help on a couple things. So we're working on it. So we'll get that out to you soon. So, but if you can help us out, that'd be great. We're not going to inundate your inbox or anything. You can turn notifications off anyway, but it'd be help. But you don't want to do that because you want to see all the crazy things that are going on. Have you seen the new coffee commercial, Biscuit Boy?
No, I haven't. I don't think. Yes, I have. The one with you doing the AI, that is awesome, dude.
There's actually two of
so
those.
freaking awesome.
There's actually two of those. I haven't posted the third, but there's another version of that, and I need to get them into the StreamYard here. I just haven't had time to do it. Hopefully today, and I haven't. And I didn't go on this morning. We had a rough night. I have felt so rough today. It really was a blessing for. We both needed each other. My wife and I needed her. She needed me. Because I didn't feel good. Really, I was up and down all night, man.
Really.
And I was just been wore out all day. It's just like you ever felt like that? Like it's just an effort to move your hand.
Yes.
I'm feeling better, but I'm still not there.
Hey, I want to tell you what, man. There are days where I am in such a malaise. I don't know. I can't get my thoughts right some days. And I know I've had a lot of concussions, but I'm calling that off in the name of Jesus. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to go down this road of dementia and all of that stuff. There's too many cures for it out there.
There he is.
Yep.
I got
him.
We'll put that up tonight at some point.
Sweet. Yeah, he's something else. That dog is something else.
Yeah, and we will get together with Dean. I'm not going to cover all the stuff about the race at Kansas City. We'll wait on Dean. He hated to miss this, but we needed to move forward and have the interview. So we will figure that out.
Hey, I want to tell you what, I've talked to a couple of people that want to hear us do commentary. They want to hear us do commentary like on a race, bring a race up, be there for the whole race, but do commentary on it.
I'm doing it Sundays. I've actually done 2 so far.
Have you really?
Yeah, Sunday afternoons live. I had to leave a little bit early because Lynn needed me.
Right.
It was actually an emergency. It didn't affect us, but it affected me from my watching her. But my goal is every Sunday afternoon there's a NASCAR race. I'm doing that. I'm going live, doing the commentary. And in talking all sports, while there's commercials and stuff, I'm updating baseball and other scores that are going on.
Well, I'm in. I want to do that with you.
Yeah, it's usually whatever time the NASCAR race is, I come in about 5 or 10 minutes before, so I give the race lineup as it kicks off.
Okay.
And doing that, man. Already on it.
I think, if Dean's available,
well, he don't want to.
We need to get the whole.
But he's already doing it. He's already doing it as he posts. He was watching it and posting. So I do need somebody on screen, though. On screen.
Let's do it.
So that's under Wolf Nation Sports.
Well, it'll come up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
we'll work it out.
Wolf Nation Sports. So we're already there.
Folks, we're going to get out of here, I guess. I know I need to. And we will see you tomorrow. Correct?
Yeah, me and you'll be back on tomorrow afternoon for
Cornbread Nation.
Wolf Coordination, one of them. And then we may be able to get 2 in if we don't dilly-dally.
Yeah, we'll see. See what happens.
Then I'm going to go live for the NFL draft.
When is it?
Tomorrow night, starting at 8 p.m. sharp.
Really?
First round. So we'll talk about all the picks, the teams that have picks, teams don't have picks, trades that happen, the players themselves, their colleges, all that good stuff.
You're talking Chinese to me. I know nothing about all that.
You so not know.
Yeah, me not know.
You not know.
Say. Me not know what you say.
I wish we had the ability. I guess there are somebody out there before we gotta say this. I wish I had the ability in my brain to talk every language, the known languages, like the main language, at least for every nation. Dude, I would love to be able to just talk in that language. Like, come on and talk Russian, very masculine. Or
that would be, yeah.
Or, Norwegian or whatever. I think it would be so cool to do that.
Hebrew,
name it, man. There are a couple languages I don't know if I really would want to speak, but I'll leave those alone. But they just don't sound very cool to me. But
right,
they are what they are. I don't want to offend anybody. So he's making fun of us.
Well,
all right, Paul. You have a blessed afternoon, man.
You do the same, my friend. And as always, keep sending, and the wolf knows.
The wolf does know. And keep looking up, folks, for our redemption draws nigh.
Amen.
I can't
It draws
wait.
nigh.
I'm not worried about Iran. I know the end of the story, man.
Try it.
These people losing their lunch over all this stuff. I just keep looking up.
That's it.
God bless, man.
God bless you.
Love you.
Love you.
Hot Wheels spinning donuts just to show his flair. Midnight rider sneaking past like he don't care. Jess has got the mic asking how'd you wreck so bad. They laugh and tell stories about the times they went mad. We got moonshine wisdom and tire smoke tales. From late model flying to street stocks on rails. Biscuit boys yelling past the hot sauce, y'all. While Marines planning strategy, standing 10 feet tall. Your report coming at you loud and clear. Talking cautions, checkers, and racing fear. From the heat races to the feature grind, we bring you the truth from the dirt track mind. Slide 'em sideways, let that clay fly free. Southern racing soul, that's our pedigree. Cornbread man laughing, chaser closing in tight. Dirt report forever, race all night. Yeah, we might talk about that time Biscuit Boy flipped 3 times and still finished. Or how Hot Wheels claims he meant to do that. Marine says hoorah every time someone hits the wall. And Desi, she's the boss. Don't cross her, y'all. Your report, turn it up, let it roll.